Hi folks, so I am about to do a video, a walk and talk of course, and I've got to defend the 10,000 steps a little here because it is something that I started implementing last year and has been a big part of my weight loss success. Now, I have said numerous times that I do not take the data that the watch gives me literally, but let's see. It is 11:58, almost straight up noon now. And it goes off. 3,782 steps I have taken this morning just through normal activity. So I count that. Calories are burnt, measured through heart rate. Is that 100% accurate? No, it's not. But for years, they have measured calories burnt and walking against actual time, which the watch, still keeps up with actual time. So, yeah, let's get a few thousand steps in at straight up noon and see where that leads us. Now, I'm not making this video to be controversial about anybody. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But having that step focus on there is definitely something that keeps me motivated, keeps me moving, gets me out in this fresh sunshine today. Another thing the watch tells me is what temperature it is. It is 63 degrees Fahrenheit out here right now. Ladybug hit my ear, scared me. Thought it was a bee. 63 degrees Fahrenheit days. Feels like it's in the 70s though. It's a very warm, sunshiny, beautiful day. Not to mention the fact that I take these steps on very uneven ground. The camera hardly picks it up, but there is a lot of hilling and sloping here. Like right now I'm going downhill and now I'm at a flat and now I'm fixing to head uphill here on my walking path. And also the fact that walking on uneven ground burns more calories. So, not to mention the fact that, I've got a special situation going on here. I got my wife to care for right now. I wouldn't even be doing this walk and talk if my sister-in-law wasn't here to help out. So the cars just kind of lined up in my favor to do one. So I have already went way out of my way just to walk to the mailbox. Which I see other people on other diets just struggling to get to their mailbox and they can see them from their front door. Not a challenge for me. I could probably pass this mailbox about 300 times in a day and not break a sweat, especially on a day like today. But bridges are falling down. But yeah, also walking is part of my recovery, so I gotta check the mailbox real quick. Janice, that's my wife, that's my wife, that's my wife, that's my wife, and I'm not sure about that last one. I'll take it anyway. But there's an influencer that I follow. Her name is Kayla Cox. You can look her up. She has a YouTube channel. Very successful YouTube channel. Her name is Kayla Cox. She wrote a book. And she does. I know Chris won't like this one, but this is not what I do. I don't do this. I eat good and I eat a couple of meals, during the day. I start my day off with a banana here lately. But anyway, 6 miles to supper, where Kayla Cox, and this might be where some of the other stuff comes from that others are talking about here lately, but she's got a book and a successful YouTube, several books. You know, she's the author of several books on Amazon. 6 miles to supper. Some of you in my comment section has said you have followed her. She started out on her channel using the Fitbits, similar to the one that I've got now, but the earlier models. And she said the same thing, you know, that you know, it's a way to get you moving, and it can keep you quite motivated, especially if you can't afford, you know, any extra help outside of you know, your normal daily routines, you know, like affording even a health coach for that matter. But walking is her thing, and she used the Fitbits, you know, and she was talking about it. She liked to achieve the little trophies, because Fitbit awards you trophies when you do certain things, you know, or achieve certain goals. She was talking about achieving the goal of walking across the Sahara Desert, which even in all the walking that I've done, I have yet to achieve. So as much as I do, if you think what I do is impressive, it's nothing compared to what Kayla Cox has got going on. I got to drop this mail off in the house real quick, and I will be right back. I will be taking steps the whole time to give the mail, and right back out the door. I'll just take y'all with me. But all right, so there we go. We dropped the mail off. Still moving right along. But you know, getting some steps off is a lengthy, timely process, and yeah, I mean, measure. I don't have my phone with me. I left that in the house, I think. But yeah, measure time it takes to walk for 1 hour versus calories burnt versus steps taken if you want to. The watch is also good for heart rate monitor. This thing lets you know if your heart rate is, you know, it can let you know if there's a danger zone to that, to your heart rate. I mean, I'll show you. There you go, heart rate monitor, BPM. Yeah, I mean, it's a way to record data. It's like if you're a gamer, you know, like me. I'm a gamer. I was a huge gamer. One of the reasons that I ballooned up with so much weight. But yeah, I got to defend the 10,000 steps. I'm not. I had to, you know, disagree on that, and I don't want to be disagreeable. And there is, you know, more activity I would like to accomplish right now. Walking is about the only thing I could do. Yesterday, I didn't report this to anyone in videos, but and I felt, you know, ready and bulletproof, like I'm healed. You know, this is a 6 to 8 week healing process, even though it's an outpatient surgery. Walking straight up like this, I feel nothing. It makes me feel normal. But yesterday, I bent over to pick up a paper plate that I fed Oscar something out of yesterday, and just bending down to pick up that paper plate, the little pains that I have from the surgery come rushing back, and they're still bothering me right now a little bit, but and I done this like a week and a half ago too, so I know it'll level out and go back away or whatever, but walking is one of the things they told me to yeah, do as much as you can of, you know. Said that helps with the overall healing better than anything. Another person had asked me in my comment section also about you know, the tofu, wasn't I supposed to be eating low protein? Well, I have mentioned that I chase FGF21, and soy and tofu and plant protein is different. The protein that you have to avoid is animal, which raises methionine, where soy, I can't remember what it is. I don't have my phone to look it up with, but it's got a specific B complex in it that actually boosts FGF21 just through eating soy alone. So you get the benefit there, and then when it's being digested, you get butyrate, which activates it again, and you get it there as well. So, hence the tofu. Hence the tofu eating. But man, yeah, I love you, Chris. I feel you, dog. I'm fixing to implement some things that you brought to my attention lately that it's going to benefit me as well. I have not talked about them yet. It is something that I have to go through more healing with first, because right now I'm supposed to keep it pretty low fat for a while. The digestion, part of that 6 to 8 week healing is digestion alone. So I have to be careful about slow digesting foods, and soy might be one I have to be careful with a little bit as well, because I think it you know, digests a little slowly, but so far I'm doing good with it, and I don't plan on eating it like every single day, but often enough. I want some protein to help heal my situation as well as my wife's situation. For those of you who are in the know, she also is healing, you know, from a fracture on her leg, an injury that occurred down in the woods. But yeah, man, I mean, it's a little windy, but it's warm out here. Look at this, y'all. We used to have horses. I live on the same property I grew up on, you know. We used to have horses. Where I live now used to be the horse pasture, and down into the woods area and around we used to have horses. And look at this. You see that right there? That is one of our horses' horseshoes coming out of the ground in this driveway. Yeah, that's one of the horseshoes, all right. One day I'll pull that out of the ground for you. I dig them up from time to time around here when I'm doing a little metal detecting on the property, which I'm gonna be doing some of that as well, getting used to my detector. Don't expect nothing, you know, too spectacular to come out of the ground here when I get to doing that, because the targets here are few and far between, but there have been some pretty nice older coins pulled off of this property. A whole set of skeleton keys. There's never been a home site on this property, so there's probably one nearby where people, I know people actually work these fields at one time. This was all cotton field land. Now it's not that kind of cotton field land, just to be very clear. We're talking about cotton field land after cultivation came in. Like in the 1900s, it was a cotton field. where cultivating equipment done all the work, you know. So definitely not, you know, going back that far. At least I don't think it does. Because you got to remember, even though we found a few 1800 coins and skeleton keys, that even in the early 1900s, a lot of that currency was still in use, you know. Just like now you see the older quarters mixed with the newer quarters, that kind of scenario. And you know, this is land we purchased later on. This is not inherited family land. This is something my parents bought in the 80s from someone else. Matter of fact, all of these are 5-6 acre tracts of land, you know, that people purchased back then. I'm lucky because I've got all of this. I've got all of this to walk on. And we're not even getting to utilize all of it to walk on, because there's a lot more back there to walk on. But you know, that is the neighbor's property right there where that fence is. That was actually part of the fence that kept our horses in right there. My father put up this barbed wire fence in the 80s for the horses. And some of it's still standing. Some of it's still standing. Right there is the swimming pool area, which we've got all the tables and the swings and stuff laid down right now, you know, so wind won't blow them over, cause damage. But I got to use that like for a week or two last year. I didn't get to use it very often because we had that hurricane come through a little while back. Look at that palm tree. My dad grew that palm tree from a baby. Look how big it is now. We had that hurricane come through, and there's a new light pole there now, but there used to be one that sat on this side of the pool that the hurricane took out and blowed part of that into that swimming pool. So us getting it cleaned out and ready to swim was a very taxing job, and we only got like 2 weeks use out of it. I only talked about it. I didn't get to film about it very much, but that is coming this year. Oh yeah, that is coming in a big way. Old Latchkey does a little more than just walking, do a little swimming too. And this watch actually has a function to keep up with swimming as well. I can burn twice the calories in that pool or better than what I'm pulling out here on the walking. That is for sure. How long has it been? How long has it been? Because you can make a long video out of walking. I'm at 5,000 steps now. We're at 16 minutes into the walk. 16 minutes into the walk. Remember, we started just before noon, and we've been walking, and I've been talking to you for 16 minutes now. Normally when I'm out here doing this, I don't have anyone to particularly run my mouth to, so I'm expending more energy talking while I'm walking. And as you can see, old Latchkey is not out of breath, so I could definitely train somebody in walking. I can definitely be a part of somebody's routine and helping them better their health through just walking along. And if they wanted a walking partner to get them started out, that is something I could totally do and be a part of. And I enjoy. I feel the heat from my body. I'm feeling heat right now, coming through my forehead, my arms, you know, not profuse sweating, but I can feel heat generated from just being out here doing this alone. There's so many benefits to walking these 10,000 steps. Now, how many are we at now? We are at 5,293 steps. We started out with 3,000 some odd hundred, so we walked a few thousand steps just in this 16 minutes alone. Now remember, not just steps counted by themselves may not mean a whole lot, but you measure that by that time by 30 minutes walked, which is what I'm aiming for here in this video. Maybe a little longer because we started a little earlier. But you measure that time, just Google it. Just see how many calories is burnt in a 30-minute walk. This is what people do to me all the time. They don't realize that when you quit walking, your heart rate is still going and calories are still being burnt. That's where the watch and its measurements come from. It's like if you can't afford a coach, it can be a part of your self-coaching as a tool. That is the importance of one. It versus doing nothing at all. Tell me what you think down in the comments. I mean, like I said, this is not meant to be controversial in any kind of way, but at the same time, this did stem from a certain place. And I said, Kayla Cox, 6 miles to supper. Go check out her channel. Hell, even tell her Latchkey sent you. She probably won't know what you're talking about because, yeah, she's way above my pay grade. or anybody's that I know, actually. Probably even way above Cole's pay grade for that matter. But, yeah, I guarantee you want to find out some walking information, that is the person to invest in looking into. I never claim to be an expert. I just follow the advice of someone who has done the homework and has put out the information, put in the effort, and has already achieved weight loss and success and all the results through walking and, you know, eating supper. Anything they want, whatever the heck you want, eating supper. That was my older protocol, was just to eat the supper without the walking. So I've at least changed that much. I still implement the walking versus doing the 90% plant-based diet now. And it's a part of my success. It's a part of my results that yeah, I don't look for that to change. I mean, if I do anything, I'll go back to the weight training and see that bar up there? Old Latchkey's 6'3", and that bar right there is what I was hanging from doing a little calisthenic type of stuff before my health went down with a gallbladder. Those things I can't do right now, but this is the one thing that I've got left. I've got to defend it. I got to defend it. But yeah, I mean, everybody's got their own methods, their own ways of doing it, things, looking at things, and hey, I just enjoy it. I enjoy making that watch do its job. I get out here a lot. I do it. I'd probably be trucking along a lot faster if I wasn't sitting here doing the walk and talk video. But look, we're 22 minutes in. It's 12:22, and we still are only sitting at 5,713 steps. It takes a minute to get this thing to get to $10,000 if you've got a good name brand watch. like I said, someone has attacked me on the Fitbit lately, saying that I needed to upgrade to the Apple or the what's the other one? Oh, the Samsung Galaxy. And those are higher price, more expensive watch. And Garmin. Those are higher price, more expensive tracking devices. And if you didn't know that the Fitbit has been bought out by Google, so they're gonna start competing with Google's technology invested into it. They're gonna start competing and becoming more accurate. This is the reality of the future, as far as that thing goes. And it tracks all kind of activity that you can select in it. The steps, it does it automatically. As a matter of fact, after I walk for so long, it automatically detects a walking and it starts tracking in a different way. I have to cut it off because I'm only concerned with the steps counted. All right, so now I'm starting to get slightly winded. Most of that is from sitting here running my mouth, which I have to, do in order to get a point across and to, make a good video. This is a good video. Don't forget, I love you, Chris. You are one of my favorite coaches. I do listen to a lot of your advice, but at the same time, I like the steps. They're fun to me. I enjoy them. I get to get out and get some of this great vitamin D. I was about to turn you on and look at that sun, but yeah, that would be wrong for me to do. But yeah, I'm absorbing it right now. And this is just a 30-minute video. Well, maybe 40. Like I said, we started a little early. But this is just my explanation of how things go as far as the walking goes, as far as how I learned about it and who I learned about it from, and who you could turn to for some more accurate information on the subject matter, who has actually written books about this very thing. The reason I don't bring it up much is because the diet part of it is different compared to what I do now. I feel like my way of eating with the plant-based, keeping it 90% and flexible for when you need to be flexible, especially if you live in a situation where others around you are, I got people, experimenting, starting to try to live it a little better. They're having some hiccups along the way, but I did too. And I probably will still continue to have some, but I'm getting better at it all the time. I'm getting better at it all the time. I could probably, if the world worked that way, I could probably live that way full time. But the world just doesn't really work that way as far as, restaurants go. I mean, I have to really, to be full-time plant-based, I'd have to really be specific. And I just can't do that to the people around me. But luckily, that's few and far between. So 90 to 95% is really good, considering that, just by my own choices alone, I don't have to consume anything but plants, if I so choose to or desire. At the same time, if I'm ever placed in a situation where I'm at a hot dog birthday dinner somewhere, I can participate that way if I wanted to too, and just get back on track soon after. I'm gonna tell you this, being a keto dieter myself, coming from keto myself. Or, you know, all meat even. The one thing I always missed was carbs. For some reason, and they say it's addiction is what they want to, you know, call it. You're addicted, that's why you miss them. That's not it. Your body just prefers that as a fuel source. If it didn't, it wouldn't convert everything you eat into glucose. Everything you eat, even the animal protein. Converts it into it because it needs it. It also converts starch, which I like that because I think when the body's doing that job, it's not overrun, it's not overflooded, it doesn't hit you in the teeth as bad. As far as I'm concerned, and it definitely works. And I love it, and I feel better. Shoot, this time last year, I think I had just really started walking. I couldn't even get 8,000 steps in. 8,000 was my maximum a day, and I really felt accomplished starting that 8,000. I was researching that somewhere, and there was a lot of YouTube channels suggesting starting out at 8,000, increasing as your activity level increased. So that's what I did. I went from 8,000 to 10,000, and it is quite the job. Look at this hill here. Going into the shade here, this is all uphill here. Uneven ground. Me talking, running my mouth. All of that plays a role in calories burnt. This is why I burn 4,000 or more in a day through heart rate alone. I'm not giving that up. I am not giving that up. And I am not going to quit talking about that either, because there's going to be a lot of people out there in situations just like me, you know, with handicapped adult children. I can't just run off and join a gym. If I could, I'd be there. Y'all know I'd be there. I appreciate the advice given on YouTube, you know, and I do plan on investing in some equipment. I've already got a walking treadmill. I want to get an elliptical. Elliptical is what I want to really get into, because I got on one of those up at one of those sporting goods stores. I think it was Dick's Sporting Goods. And boy, it let me know where some muscle is that doesn't get worked during my walk. So yeah, elliptical is definitely something in my future. I got a lot of things in the future that I'm fixing to implement, like we like to add on to the home here. I've got several add-ons to the original home here that we purchased in the 90s. And I've got more living space than people that own double wides have. Definitely got more living space, but all of this space right here, I am fixing to build onto and make me one huge indoor-outdoor kitchen and guest area, you know, because, you know, old Chris, he's said he'd like to come and visit. So I've got a lot of work to do, but I can build it off of that door, come through here, work things out. I can make a big space, you know, and build a deck off this back end and extend it on out of the existing roof up there. Got big plans. We'll see how they go. First, I got to get through all this healing and all of that. And look at that, just like that. After telling you all that, we are at 31 minutes. Let me get in the shade so everything will come in much clearer. But yeah, let me get between the buildings here. All right, here we go. A little bit of shade. There we go. See that? We're at 6,597 steps. We're almost to, you know, we're heading towards 7,000 steps. This took us, we started, you know, right at 30-minute mark. We're at 12:32 now, p.m. And hey, listen, we've Our heart rate is up there about 118. That's from talking and activity alone. That will start going down, but I'm standing still right now and still burning calories at a higher heart rate. Walking is very important, very important. And if a tool like this motivates you to do it, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. Yeah, I'm not trying to be controversial, but we've already burnt like 1,917 calories according to this. Let's see if it, I want it to give it to me. Just the calorie burn. I don't guess it does it, but and if you can see that it's 1,917 calories burnt, and we're not even at 10,000 yet. So easily, you know, I've got more steps to take. I've got a lot more steps to take. This was only 3,000 steps at 30 minutes, and the heart rate's still going, meaning the calories are still burning, because see, we're still up at 108. Part of that's through talking, running my mouth, standing here, and the body just doesn't, you know, switch it off just because you're done walking. You know, it continues to burn, you know, through heart rate alone. All right, folks, I think you get the point here. Yeah, I love you, Chris. You're amongst my favorite YouTube influencers as far as weight loss goes. You got a lot of helpful, loving, caring information, and I'm always honored to be a part of your conversation. But this is what the 10,000 steps mean to me, and I need them. And tell me what y'all think down in the comments. That is all I got for this video. So until the next one, you folks have a good one.